Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here to celebrate this record-setting scholarship awards ceremony at Monterey Peninsula College. There's going to be lots of cheering and whooping this evening, I can tell, and I love it. Okay, so my name is Beccie Michael. I have the pleasure of serving as the Monterey Peninsula College Vice President of Advancement and the Executive Director of the MPC Foundation. And let me tell you, there is nothing the MPC Foundation loves more than giving money to deserving, hard-working students. So in fact, that's actually the entire reason why we exist. And tonight, we are awarding an unprecedented $815,000 to 354 students. That includes $572,000 in scholarship awards and $243 in Evans College Incentive Program awards, and it's $100,000 more than we awarded last year. So yes, we have a lot to celebrate tonight. And of course, this is all made possible by the caring people who invest in our students by giving to the MPC Foundation. To every student here tonight, I really want you to hear this. You are not here by accident. You are here because somebody in this community believes in you. They believe in your future and they believe in your potential. So take a moment and let that sink in. Many of our donors are here because somebody helped them. Others give because they know that education changes lives. And they simply want to give students who they might not ever meet more opportunities, better opportunities. Generosity is such a powerful thing. So donors, I hope you know that your support is doing far more than just helping students financially. It is reducing stress. It is unlocking doors. And in some cases, it's providing the encouragement that a student needs just to believe that they belong in college. So if you're a donor, could you please stand and let us applaud you and thank you for what you're doing tonight. Thank you so much. I also would like to recognize the MPC Foundation's Volunteer Board of Directors. So board members, would you please stand? These wonderful people, go ahead, stand, board members. They give their money, they give their leadership, and they attend a lot of meetings. And they also go out in the community and they tell everyone how amazing MPC students are, and then they ask them to give them money to give to you. So thank you, MPC Foundation board members. I also want to recognize my team, the MPC Foundation team, the people who make all of this happen behind the scenes. So Amy Plumley, they're in the back, let's give a wave. Amy, Allison Payne, Gerardo Oliveras, Gina Bianchi, Jessica Lopes. We have a brand new program coordinator, Daryl McDowell. Daryl, will you please wave? And the lady in the tiara. Tonight is especially meaningful because this evening is Annie Tarbox's last scholarship ceremony. She is actually retiring tomorrow. Annie has poured her heart and soul into this scholarship program. She is relentless, she is powerful, she is energetic. She has contributed so much to our team and to this program. We are going to miss you, Annie. We love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and now it is my pleasure to ask the Superintendent President of Monterey Peninsula College, Dr. Marshall T. Fulbright, to please share his congratulatory remarks with you all.
Good afternoon. Thank you. You know, I was going through a box the other day. You know, my grandmother passed away about 20 years ago, and, you know, they kept everything. So from elementary school through high school, we have, you know, I was showing my son a report that I did in the 5th grade, and I was also looking through some photos, and one of the photos that I saw was myself, it was me, her name was Gail, and Gail's mother, Ginger, and my grandmother. And it was at a scholarship dinner and a scholarship luncheon. In those olden days, we would go show up and you'd go to a hotel and you would get, I had this Kiwanis scholarship, I had this scholarship, and I was very fortunate that I had multiple scholarships. At that time, you know, $100, $200 here. And there was a running joke because it was, we would sit down and my grandmother would look at Ginger and go, so, are we gonna have dry chicken, vegetables, and mashed potatoes, or dry chicken, vegetables, and rice this time? So every hotel, it was either some kind of chicken, vegetable, and either rice or potato, and you knew what kind of space it was, depending on if the vegetables were steamed or if they were boiled. So this is way better than sitting in an old stuffy hotel and eating dry chicken, rice, and vegetables. But as I look back on it, I was thinking about the multitude of scholarships that I got and the amounts that were being presented. Becky stole the thunder when she said, this is not about amount or money. These scholarships are about others seeing the potentiality in you. These scholarships are about how you start to hopefully see the potentiality in yourselves. I can remember thinking, why am I getting this? How did I ever get into this space? The imposter syndrome that takes place, especially from someone that comes from, and if you don't know the area, from Northwest Pasadena. So if you've been to Pasadena, there's Pasadena, and then there's Northwest. And that was very different than the rest of Pasadena. This is a space where you were lucky. You either went to gangs in prison, or you went the route that I was fortunate to be on because I had people who believed in me and saw something in me with scholarships and support. So students, there are many that see your potentiality, and my hope for you is that you soon reach that turning point where you start to see and know your own value and worth and the potentiality of yourselves. So with that in mind, congratulations. I look forward to seeing all of you as you walk across the larger stage in a few days as I get to hand you your certificates and degrees. I wish you all the best. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, President Fulbright. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the driving force behind our scholarship program, the Foundation's Chief Advancement and Operations Officer, the one and only Gina Bianchi.
All right, I'll just hold it. Hi, everyone. Tonight is a culmination. A culmination is defined as the final, highest, or decisive point of a long process, event, or development. For our students as scholarship recipients, tonight's a culmination of a series of decisions, tasks, and accomplishments that they've been making over the past year, and for some, many years. They have been on their academic journeys for a while. At some point, each student in this audience learned that MPC has a scholarship program. They may have learned from a friend, they may have learned from a teacher, or they may have seen a flyer on a bulletin board. They decided to fill out that application and take a chance. And that chance panned out, and here they are tonight. Similarly, while tonight is a culmination for our students, it's also a culmination for our volunteers, formerly known as the Scholarship Advisory Group. The Scholarship Advisory Group is comprised of board members of the MPC Foundation, community members, faculty members, and staff members at MPC. For some of our Scholarship Advisory Group volunteers, their journey began last December when they signed up to be a part of this group. But others would actually tell you that their journey began decades ago when they received a scholarship award from MPC and vowed one day that they would pay it forward. Thus, they became a part of this process, reading student applications and helping to determine just the right recipient for each scholarship. Because every scholarship is named and every scholarship is special in its own right, with its own purpose and its own intention. Whether to honor someone or to preserve the memory of a loved one, every single member of the Scholarship Advisory Group takes this responsibility deeply to heart. Every recipient matters, and every decision matters. For every minute and every hour that our volunteers dedicated to reading applications, conducting interviews, discussing applications, and thoughtfully selecting recipients, we sincerely thank you. Your care and commitment are culminating in this celebration tonight. And because of your efforts, we know that the right students are sitting in this room, receiving the awards that they were purposefully chosen to receive. A big thank you also to our wonderful chairperson, Evelyn Lamson, who has chaired this group for several years, and to every member of our Scholarship Advisory Group. They're all listed in tonight's program, and I encourage you to open your program and read those names because they put in a lot of time and effort. Thank you for all the time, care, and energy you invested in this process that is culminating in this meaningful celebration tonight. We appreciate you.
Judge Stephanie Hulsey, who established the Kevin C. Hulsey Art and Technology Memorial Scholarship in honor of her husband last year. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Stephanie.
Wow. It is truly an honor to be here with all of our scholarship recipients and their families, Beccie, and the faculty and staff of Monterey Peninsula College, Dr. Fulbright, Gina, and the many donors who made this uplifting afternoon possible. Especially uplifting in that this afternoon, as Dr. Fulbright just told us, is about so much more than even $815,000 in scholarships and financial assistance. Because behind every scholarship awarded to a person is a person, family, or a legacy rooted in the belief that opportunity matters, and someone whose life, values, struggles, achievements, or dreams inspired the desire to help lift others up. Every donor represented here today believes in the importance of creating opportunities for students striving to use education as a springboard toward purpose-driven lives and meaningful contributions to our communities and our society. Every scholarship represents belief. Belief that education can transform lives, belief that can exist, that talent can exist, even where opportunity does not, and belief that students like you possess the ability to create a future that will positively impact our entire world. Those of us who are fortunate enough to be donors, much like your professors and family and friends who are supporting you here this afternoon, do see your potential. And we want to help you move forward. We're not investing simply in your grades or your accomplishments, but in your determination, your creativity, your resilience, your curiosity, and yes, your future. And many of us do understand your journey because we were once sitting where you are sitting today. I understand what it feels like to work towards something bigger than yourself while wondering how on earth all the pieces will ever fit together. During my high school years, in the late 1970s, I studied voice with Dr. Harvey Marshall, who was the chair of the music department here at Monterey Peninsula College and a colleague of Dr. Kazarian's. He was the chair of the music department for over 30 years until his retirement in 1980. His students went on to perform in venues from the Carmel Bach Festival on the West Coast to the Metropolitan Opera on the East Coast and Lincoln Center, where I ultimately performed. As a young student, I presented recitals here on the Monterey Peninsula College campus, right down the way in the building that has just recently been torn down, which was the music hall, and as I understand is now going to be replaced by a brand new music hall that you can no longer see through the walls. In fact, I recently came across this program from a recital I gave in that very music hall from March the 4th of 1979. I kept that program, and holding this old program in my hands reminds me of how profoundly those early educational experiences shaped my entire life. The foundation I received from Dr. Marshall's mentorship and the performance opportunities I received here at Monterey Peninsula College prepared me to continue my education at the Manhattan School of Music in New York City, where I earned my bachelor's and master's degree and spent several years performing professionally. Eventually, I did return home to the Monterey Peninsula to be closer to my family and began an entirely new chapter in my life by attending another community college, the Monterey College of Law. That school provided me with the tools I needed to become a public service attorney and now for the past 12 years a Superior Court judge. I share this with you because life's path is not always linear. Sometimes opportunities and experiences you receive in one chapter of your life become the foundation for accomplishments you could never have predicted at the beginning. That is one of the reasons community colleges and scholarship opportunities matter so deeply. They open doors. They help people discover abilities within themselves, and they create possibilities that can ripple across an entire lifetime, as the opportunities I received here have through mine. The Kevin C. Hulsey Art and Technology Scholarship is very personal to me because it carries the legacy of my husband, a world-renowned technical illustrator whose work combined art, engineering, precision, imagination, and innovation in extraordinary ways. Kevin was predominantly self-taught, but he possessed an insatiable curiosity about how things worked, from machines and mechanical systems to history, culture, technology, and design. He was endlessly driven to learn more, understand more, create more. That curiosity, discipline, and passion led him to become one of the most respected technical illustrators worldwide. But what mattered equally to Kevin was sharing his knowledge with others. One of Kevin's most valued relationships was an art student named Jim Hatch, who became both his apprentice and mentee. Kevin took great pride in guiding Jim's artistic development, and today, Jim continues to enjoy a very thriving art career. He created the Peterson Art Museum a bit down the road from here and has done many, many more things in his career. Seeing talented people grow, succeed, and build meaningfully creative lives brought Kevin tremendous, infinite joy. Kevin's commitment to teaching extended, though, far beyond those he knew personally. He created tutorials on his website and tirelessly answered every follow-up question he received from illustration students, technical illustration students from all over the world. Leonardo da Vinci, another artist, once said, "Learning never exhausts the mind." And he believed deeply in encouraging talented, curious people. Kevin especially enjoyed encouraging people who are drawn to the blended worlds of art and technology because he understood that creativity and innovation are not separate ideals, but they fuel each other. He believed that imagination paired with skill could change industries, inspire people, and shape our future. Continuing Kevin's legacy through the Kevin C. Hulsey Art and Technology Scholarship is one of the greatest privileges of my life. Many of you may not fully realize how extraordinary your journeys have already been, but we, the scholarship donors and the scholarship committee, see something in each of you that stands out. Among many applicants, your individual qualities of perseverance, leadership, talent, creativity, determination, and sense of service have captured our attention. You earned this recognition, each and every one of you. And while tonight is celebratory, I also want to acknowledge and embrace something else very important. And that is, there will still be difficult days ahead. There may be moments when you feel discouraged, uncertain, overwhelmed, or blocked by obstacles beyond your control that seem impossible to overcome. There may be times when the path forward seems unclear. When those moments come, I hope you remember this evening. Remember this room full of people who believe in your ability to succeed. Remember that your potential is greater than your current circumstances. And remember that our setbacks are never the end of our story. I'll close with a quote from another of Kevin's favorite artists, Vincent van Gogh. "Great things are done by a series of small things that are come together." So keep going, keep learning, keep creating. Keep believing in your ability to grow beyond what you can currently even imagine. And whether through mentorship, leadership, service, innovation, or generosity, we know that each of you will find your own way to extend opportunity to someone else. Because that is how communities become stronger. That is how lives are changed, and that is how legacies continue. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We are so proud of you and can hardly wait to see what you are going to do next. Thank you.
Okay, this is the part you guys can cheer as loudly as you want. We're not going to ask you to hold back, but we are going to keep the line going. So students, this is your moment to shine. Please know that you are being cheered on, and we are very, very proud of you. So which one of you guys is reading first? Okay, Gina.
Caitlin Echeverry, receiving the Anna and Andrew Nguyen Nursing Scholarship Endowment and the Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship. Alexis Hand, the John Newman Becker Memorial Scholarship Fund. Ruby Cortez, the Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Kimberly Ruiz Flores, the Alumni Association Scholarship and the Anna Andrew Nguyen Nursing Scholarship Endowment. Victoria Leilani Eugenio, the Barker Military Scholarship. Kalipai Somerset, the Nancy Davis Nielsen Scholarship for Aspiring Educators. Lorene Gonzalez, the Dr. Richard Kazarian Endowed Scholarship, the Peggy and Jack Baskin Foundation Scholarship, and the Ruth Vreeland Memorial Scholarship. Adrienne Faye Manolo Runis, the MPC Foundation Scholarship, and the Bessie Knight Ecology Biological Sciences Scholarship. Stilver Cabrera Nunez, the Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship, the Dr. Fletes and Dr. Cristobal Adelante Award, Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship, and the Gentrain Scholarship. Oliver Sanchez Castillo, the Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Kira Perka, the Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Olivia Rhodes, the Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship and the Frank G. Samora Scholarship. Heather Marie Vosberg, the Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship and the Gentrain Scholarship in memory of Jack and Isaline Sedan. Justice Imlay, the Alumni Association Scholarship, the Anna and Andrew Nguyen Nursing Scholarship Endowment, the Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship, and the Gentrain Scholarship in memory of Jack and Isaline Sedan. Alexander Valiant, the Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship, and the Midori Arima Scholarship, ARC Student of the Year. Rosanna Mafu Initoni, the Anna and Andrew Nguyen Nursing Scholarship Endowment. Keegan Naval, the MPC Foundation Scholarship and the Gentrain Scholarship. Maddox Zarazua, the Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Abriana Youngblood, the Robert K. Bullock Journalism High School Scholarship. Vivian Jandry, the Carl and Eleanor Pilat Memorial Scholarship. Karen Rivera, the Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Xylee Diaz, the Doolittle Performing Arts Scholarship. Ryan Purdy, the Rosabelle Hammond Memorial Scholarship and the Stephen Crouch Scholarship. Tobias Akpan, the Oscar Dunn and Alexandra Clark Scholarship. Corvell Simmons, the Larry and Leslie Walker Family Scholarship, and the Robert K. Bullock Journalism Transfer Scholarship. Andrew Whitney, the Tarbox Family Eagle Scout Scholarship. Yoshi Cole, the Robert K. Bullock Journalism High School Scholarship.
Destiny Nava, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Natalia Guerrero, Alumni Association Scholarship, High School Scholarships. Jorge Gael Garcia Morales, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Brent Farmer, Kim Kingswold Scholarship. Aurelia Serpa, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Mackenzie Sebella Golehar, Donald L. Davidson, MD Memorial Scholarship. Kai Bishop, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Cristino A. Reyes, Oscar Dunn and Alexandra Clark Scholarship. Damaris Miranda, Gen Train Scholarship. Jasmine G. Mejia, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Shazia Arsala, Alumni Association Scholarship. Sal and Gretchen Cardinal and Family, Anna and Andrew Nguyen Nursing Scholarship Endowment. Noreya Arsala, Alumni Association Scholarship, High School Scholarships. Michael Gonzalez, Osher Initiatives, California Community College Student Scholarship. Marlene Montoya Echeverria, Nina Scholarship. Teddy J. Hall, Eastman Family Scholarship, Rosabelle Hammond Memorial Scholarship. Grizz Lamb, Donald and Laura Newmark Scholarship. Diana Valeria Carrasco Cardenas, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Kevin Gong, Carl and Eleanor Pilat Memorial Scholarship. Jasmine Soto Calvario, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Mary J. Barraza, Carl and Eleanor Pilat Memorial Scholarship, Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship, Carmel Women's Club Women Reaching Out to Women Scholarship. Dulce Maria Rodriguez Flores, the Peggy and Jack Baskin Scholarship. Andrew Mendez, Carl and Eleanor Pilat Memorial Scholarship. Stephanie Ibarra, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Riley Swack, Carmel Women's Club Women Reaching Out to Women Scholarship. Jennifer S. Wernsing, DVM, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Luis Alejandro Cruz Jr., Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Raquel Cruz, Milton C. McDowell Scholarship. Jaden Eugenio, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Saria Cisneros, Robert K. Bullock Journalism High School Scholarship. Denise Bernal Dorsey, Oscar Dunn and Alexandra Clark Scholarship. Lynette Rodriguez Lopez, Nina Scholarship. Sarah Infante, Hilda Hole Memorial Scholarship, Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship, Ruth Vreeland Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the American Association of University Women. John Mendala, Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Daniel Bianchi Jimenez, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Stan Armstead Community Service Award. Janica Hannah Soro, Dr. Richard Kazarian Endowed Scholarship. Kaylee Campbell Cosmero, the Pay It Forward Fund. Sienna Farfan, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Eric de la Cruz, Sylvia M. Panetta Scholarship. Miran Canoe, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. David O., Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Esther O., Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Inam Ulhaq Kashimi, Alumni Association Scholarship, Returning Student Scholarships, Dr. Richardson Kazarian Endowed Scholarship. Emran Kasimi, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Moises C. Fontilla, Kevin C. Hulsey Art and Technology Memorial Scholarship. Jessica Meneses Reclusado, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Seth Guidotti, Barker Military Scholarship. Michelle L. Belton, Phyllis E. Gerard Scholarship. Karina French, Gentrain Scholarship in memory of Lynn Swery, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Nikki Hoffman, Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship, Robert K. Bullock Journalism Transfer Scholarship. Jesus Jimenez, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Colton Michael, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Elena Ong, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Hang Nguyen, Mrs. Barbara Bucket Endowed Scholarship. Cristian Castro Gallegos, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Megan Ayers, Sylvia M. Panetta Scholarship. Adair Mendieta, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Dominic Tomasi, Robert K. Bullock Journalism Transfer Scholarship. Ashley Medina, Nina Scholarship. Haley Garcia, Evans College Incentive Program Scholarship. Katie Eubanks, Alumni Association Scholarship, High School Scholarships. Ryan Spillett, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Raymond Cruz Jeronimo, Robert K. Bullock Journalism High School Scholarship, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Esteban Lawrence, Alumni Association Scholarship, High School Scholarships. Mackenzie Fry, Alumni Association Scholarship, Returning Student Scholarships, Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship. Michael Lawhead, American Legion, Fred Blackley Scholarship. Willow Cote, MPC Foundation Scholarship, Nellie Irons Orr Scholarship. Sienna Grant, Dr. Richard Kazarian Endowed Scholarship. Maria Elena Garcia Hernandez, MPC Foundation Scholarship, Rotary Club of Monterey Vocational Scholarship. Samantha Zuniga, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Natalie Reyes Santos, Mackenzie Scholarship. Danica Torres Cho, Theodore Balestrieri Scholarship. Ariana Giselle Rosa, Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Leslie Garcia Loyola, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Patricia Lara, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Shadi Isa, Dr. Richard Kazarian Endowed Scholarship. Cesar DeFranco, Camelia de la Yata Theater Arts Memorial Scholarship. Ella Child, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Hannah Child, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Lindsay Emma Tim, Robert K. Bullock Journalism Transfer Scholarship. Itzel Murillo, Robert K. Bullock Journalism Transfer Scholarship. Rebecca Velasquez, Green Family Scholarship in memory of Socorro J. Green. Sania Majid, Alumni Association Scholarship, Returning Student Scholarships, Coach Luke Phillips Scholarship, Carmel Women's Club, Women Reaching Out to Women Scholarship, Judy Weiss Memorial Scholarship. Dalaya Ruelas, Donna McCarran Happy Days Memorial Scholarship, Nina Scholarship. Diane Lydia Davis Reentry Scholarship. Maria Lourdes Savela, Monterey County Association of Realtors Scholarship, Ruth Vreeland Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the American Association of University Women. Tania Alvarez, Milton C. McDowell Scholarship, Gen Train Scholarship in memory of Mary Ann Kane. Daniela Zarate, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Mineli Ricalde, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Yosiomar Santos Rivera, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship. Sophia Payo, Dr. Richard Kazarian Endowed Scholarship. Yela Preciado Escobedo, Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Allison Amaya Cuevas, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Myra Arroyo, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Nicholas Christensen, Hornick Family Foundation Scholarship for Merit in STEM, Oscar Dunn and Alexander Clark Scholarship. Diego Zarate, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Donovan Brown III, Milton C. McDowell Scholarship. Aaron Reyes, Nancy Green Scholarship. Isamar Medina, Evans College Incentive Program Scholar. Ethan Kidd, Osher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Christine Lawford, Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Michelle Wynn, Alumni Association Scholarship, Returning Student Scholarships, and Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship. Cecilia Grayson, Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship. Kelly Vasquez Guerrero, Bill and Sherry Young Scholarship. Rhea Massey, Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship. Yesenia Cardenas Osornio, Usher Initiative California Community College Student Scholarship. Julissa Cardenas Osornio, Anna and Andrew Wynn Nursing Scholarship Endowment, Midori Arima Scholarship, ARC Student Success Award. Becky Taylor, Gen Train Program Scholarship Award. Andrew Quiñones Palma, Alumni Association Scholarship, High School Scholarships. Angela Agustina Garcia Carranza, Carl and Eleanor Palat Memorial Scholarship, Knights of the Vine Scholarship. Ifan Ramadan, John Spud Spadero Hospitality Award. Imani Hobbs, Dr. Linda Bino and Mr. Dudley Bino Scholarship, Judy Weiss Memorial Scholarship. Zainab Adame, MPC Foundation Scholarship. Monique A. Ramirez, David and Barbara Spence Hospitality Management Scholarship, Knights of the Vine Scholarship, Judy Weiss Memorial Scholarship. April Buckley, Carmel's Women Club Women Reaching Out to Women Scholarship, Doris Day and Terry Melcher Scholarship, Gen Train Scholarship, and Vera Coleman Scholarship.
Thank you, Fernando and Gina. Thank you, everybody. Wow. We made it through the list. You are all now, what, $815,000 richer. Congratulations. You'll be pleased to know that MPC's amazing hospitality students have baked hundreds of various flavored cookies, which are, I know you did that, girl. I know, yes. So we're now going to go outside. In which direction? Do we know? Okay. We're going to go find cookies and lemonade. They are outside. And if you would like help locating your student recipient or your donor, please ask Gina or I, and we'll try to help you with that. And this concludes the program. So if you want to see the photos that were taken tonight, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for being here. Good night.